This is Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, who came to Mumbai last year to launch Apple's first store in India with a big celebration, with the hope that iPhone sales will remain strong in India. The sales are strong, but there's a catch. In India, the cost of an iPhone is much higher than that of the US, UAE, and Thailand. And this isn't new. iPhone 6s, iPhone 12, or iPhone 15. You'll see this trend everywhere. There's no doubt why iPhones were expensive earlier. But if iPhones are being manufactured in India, why are they so expensive? Let's find out in the third episode of Crazy Expensive. There are 4 reasons behind this. The first reason is Make in India. But not what you think. In the Make in India scheme, iPhone is a successful case study. In 2020, iPhone manufacturing was 1% in India, and in 4 years, this number has increased to 14%. In case you don't know, Make in India was a scheme by the government of India to bring manufacturing to India, and clearly it worked for iPhone. But the prices didn't go down. Why? Because actually, iPhone isn't made in India, it's assembled in India. Many important components of an iPhone aren't manufactured in India. Instead, they're imported. And the final product in India, i.e. iPhone, is just assembled. Now, many components are manufactured in India, like PCBs, batteries, and in the future, charging cables, Gorilla Glass, and camera modules are planned to be manufactured. However, many important components of an iPhone are imported into India. Also, the supply chain of an iPhone is very complex. Many iPhones manufactured in India are exported to the US and European markets. And 10 to 12% of the iPhones sold in India are imported to India. So in the Indian market, there are iPhones manufactured in India and there are iPhones imported from abroad. Now, because Apple can't set a different price for these 2 phones, they both have a high price. But there's another major reason behind this high price. Surprise, surprise! Taxes. The parts that are imported to India to manufacture an iPhone have a custom duty of 2.5 to 12%. Like camera modules, displays, and chipsets have a custom duty of 10%. And remember, not only are made in India iPhones sold in India, but also those iPhones that are imported from abroad. And they have a custom duty of 22%. 20% custom duty and 2% CES. And all smartphones come with 18% GST. This means that a smartphone has a custom duty of 22% and 18% GST. This increases the price of an iPhone by 40% due to taxes. So, if you're buying an iPhone 15 Pro for rupees 1,34,900, it has a GST of rupees 20,000 rupees and a custom duty of 20,000 rupees. And this tax burden in an iPhone sale in India is one of the highest compared to the rest of the world. For example, in the US, the state's sales tax is between 5 to 9%. There are no custom duties in Singapore, just 9% GST. In Dubai, it's 5%. In Thailand, it's 7%. In Malaysia, it's 6%. And in Canada, it's 5 to 15%. Now, some of you might say that India is a developing country. Why are you comparing it Canada, US, and Dubai? There's also an exchange rate issue. So let's compare India with Vietnam and China, where, like India, many iPhones are manufactured. And for comparison, let's talk about the iPhone 16. In India, the base model costs rupees 79,900. In Vietnam, it's rupees 78,000. In China, it's rupees 70,000. So, if iPhones are manufactured everywhere, why is there such a difference in the rate? There are several factors behind this. The first factor is that there's no import duty in China for iPhone components. It only has 13% VAT in the form of sales tax. The second reason that iPhones are so cheap in China is because of economies of scale. 90% of the world's iPhone production occurs in China. And because of large-scale production, they can reduce the cost of every unit. And the third reason is that there's competition for iPhones in China. Because of local brands like Xiaomi and Huawei, iPhones have to pay discounts to win market share. The US tech giant is offering rare discounts of up to $68.50 on its latest iPhone models in China. Whereas in India, there's no competition for Apple. That's why iPhones are so expensive. Almost all currencies in the world have become weak against the dollar. So, the more the value of the rupee goes down, the higher the cost of your iPhone. So, apart from manufacturing, taxes, and Forex, the final factor is who you buy your iPhone from. In India, there are only 2 Apple stores, one in Mumbai and one in Delhi. But most iPhones aren't sold in these stores. They're sold by Apple distributors, retailers, and resellers. For example, Reliance Digital or Chroma. And everyone wants their share in the supply. For example, a dealer asks for a 10 to 12% margin. Whereas in the US, 90% of iPhones are sold directly either through telecom companies or Apple stores. Because of this, prices are lower there. So, will the prices of iPhones in India decrease in the future? That depends on how much manufacturing will increase in India and how much taxes and import duties will be imposed. As the exchange rate is weak currently, we can expect that the prices of iPhones will increase. But there is good news. The manufacturing of iPhones is also increasing in India, so the prices can go down. But until that happens, buying an iPhone in India will continue to be a premium experience. Not just because of the brand, but because of taxes, Forex, and supply chains. Until then, we'll keep decoding the real reasons behind what makes things crazy expensive. If you found this video helpful or learned something new, hit that like button, subscribe to Belief Extra Rich, and tell us in the comments, do you think iPhones are worth the price in India? See you in the next video.